I took my Tundra to Toyota for an issue I was having, and after they replaced the CV axle and the front differential, the issue is still here. Let's talk about what's going on. Alrighty, so what are we looking at? This is a 2020 Toyota Tundra 1794 edition. I bought this truck about 2.5 years ago from a Toyota dealership. It was a certified pre-owned. They said nothing was wrong with it. It is A-OK, pristine, ready to go. After buying the truck, I felt like I was on top of the world. I was so happy with it. The 5.7 screams, it's super big inside, it's super big outside. You just feel like the king of the road when you're in this truck. When I first bought the truck, it had around 40,000 miles and the tires weren't in the best of shape. So I thought, you know what, later down the line, I'll change it out. I really wanted to lift this truck, make it look mean and aggressive, put really big tires on it. So I was like, I'll just hold off. And when it was time to change the tires, I still didn't have the money to do all of that. It gets pretty expensive. So I said, it's all right, it's gonna give me some time to really think about what I want. Since I wasn't 100% sure on the direction I was going, I decided to just buy the cheapest Chinese tires that I could find. Like the cheapest, I think it was like 400 installed. And if you have a Tundra or a truck, you know how cheap that actually is. They lasted me like 5,000 miles, I think. And they started to show that they were cheap tires. At the time, I didn't think much of it, but I started to feel a weird vibration. Whenever I had my steering wheel slightly to the left and I would let off the gas, I could feel a little rumble in my right hand. And I thought, that is strange. What is going on here? But I thought, you know what, it's the tires. They're pretty bad. As I was going to replace the cheap tires that I had, a company reaches out and they're like, hey, we have some tires. Would you like to try them out? And I said, yes. Please. They send the tires out to me. They're an all-terrain, you know, they're a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier. So I was expecting some type of, you know, vibrations or whatever when I was driving with them. And they were great. Like I got 5,000 miles on them when I took them off, and it wasn't a fault of the tire. They balanced good. I didn't have any issues. That steering wheel stuff was still there. And, you know, tire shops are gonna be like, well, it's your tires, so buy new tires. So I did. $1,500 or $1,400 for some Nitto Terra Grappler G3s. I didn't want to go with the Ridge Grapplers because one, they were more money, but two, they were bigger and heavier, and I don't need all that tire. So even after paying them to mount and balance like 300 bucks, paying them 1,500 for these tires, the problem still continued. So I decided, you know what, I got to take it to Toyota and see what they recommend, what they think. So I did just that. I took it to Toyota and they said, your CV axle, where it connects to your differential, there's a needle bearing. And this is something that I'm aware of. With the Toyota Tacoma, if you lift it, that needle bearing will kind of just stop working. And you have to switch it out for a bushing. It's a East Coast Gear Supply bushing. They're great. I did it on my Tacoma and I have had no problems. So I thought, you know what, let's just do that, Toyota. That's what I told them. And they said, no, we have to replace the diff and the CV axle, because what if, you know, the needle bearing broke and now the differential's contaminated, whatever. So I said, fine, it's coming out of your pocket, I guess, because I have warranty, so let's go for that. So they end up doing that, and well, the dealership is 2 hours away. So I have to leave here at like 5 a.m. to get there by 7 when they open up. And then I got there at 7 for my appointment, but the truck didn't get pulled in until like 10, so bummer. After they give me my keys back, the truck was good. I mean, the alignment was straight, the wheels and tires, road force balance, everything was nice and dandy. Again, stock suspension, there was nothing wrong that I could see. With all that being said, it's back and I don't know what to do. I don't know where it can be coming from. I don't know why it's happening. I don't get it. I'm really confused because Toyota just took apart all of that. So they had to loosen a bunch of stuff because that might be it, like, right? Like something might be coming loose, so they have to tighten everything. So they loosened everything, but they tightened everything back, and then they put in a new differential, new CV axle. So there shouldn't be any more vibration, but there is. And 3 sets of tires, 2 different wheels, new diff, new CV axle, and I don't know what to do. This is a $4,000 repair. Like what they did was over $4,000. I have 70,000 miles. If the truck gets out of warranty and something like that goes wrong, $4,000, that's a good amount of change. Like that would not be fun to do. So I feel like I have to make this video just because if you're looking to buy a Tundra, if you're looking to buy a used Tundra, test drive a variety of them. Don't fall in love with the first one that you see. Go and test drive it. Make sure that when you tilt the steering wheel, that if it has a vibration, you feel it, it's present, you're aware of it, and maybe that can help you negotiate if you're willing to take that risk. But me personally, I'm not satisfied, obviously, with taking it to Toyota, missing work. All of these things are out of my control that just take up my time when I bought this truck to be indestructible, reliable. And I get it. You may be saying, go buy a Ford, go buy a Ram, and quit your crying. It's a $55,000 truck. It's one of Toyota's most reliable trucks. I took it to Toyota for it to be repaired, and the problem continues. Let me know what you would do. If you were in my situation, would you just take it back to the dealership and have them look over it again? It sucks that I have to waste so much time, but I also don't know if I should just let it run, and maybe over time it'll just get so bad that Toyota will be able to pinpoint what's actually going on. I just hope it's before my warranty runs out. So if you have any idea of what it could be, let me know down below in the comment section if you've had this similar problem. If not, just comment. I don't know, comment like an emoji or something. I'll catch you later.